Doron from Ayelet Tours, and as Jeff opens these things, usually I will use his line. For the past 36 years, we've been connecting the Jewish world. We've been connecting American Jews to the Jewish world, and we will continue doing so. On October 7th, we were attacked, and we will not let it stop us. So one of the ways that we have decided to do it from now on is we are connecting through virtual programs to people in Israel, people who we've been in contact for years, people who can tell their story for the future. And it will be on a weekly, bi-weekly standard, and we'll keep on sending emails about it. This week, we are lucky enough to have Uri Alon from Shvila Salat, from the Salad Trail, and Eitan Oren from Malkia to join us and to talk about what's currently going on in their area. Eitan Oren is from Malkia, our local resident, know-it-all about the north border. I can tell you that before, exactly a year ago, I was with Eitan on the border in his area, and we were looking over the fence, and we saw the Hezbollah soldiers, and he was saying, "Hey, that's Hezbollah," and he was saying it so nonchalant. And today he'll talk about where we are today. After that, we will hear from Uri Alon, who is in the Salad Trail next to Talmei Yosef, southern part of the Gaza envelope, and he will talk about the October 7th attack and today, of course. At the end, we'll give time for people to ask questions. If you would like to ask a question, please send it to me in the chat, and I will moderate it. And that way we will have a little bit of organization here. And that's about it. So, Eitan, you're going to need to unmute because I muted you. And you're welcome to begin.
Beautiful. Hi, everybody. I'm Eitan. I live most of my life in Kibbutz Malkia, which is this beautiful place. About 500 people live here in normal days. To see this place like that, dark, cold, with no sounds of kids at all. Most of those 500 people being evacuated due to the war, due to the worst enemy of Israel in the modern times, located just over there, I would say half a mile that way, Hezbollah. Now, Kibbutz Malkia had turned to be a military outpost. Again, no sounds of kids, just sounds of and visions of tanks. And I think I can show you one or two tanks down below here. My home turned to be a military outpost. It's understood. It's all right. We're hugging the boys, the soldiers. I think you're gonna get to see them, talk to them. In that case, these guys are reserves. They just left their families, their business, and they came here to protect Kibbutz Malkia, protect the Galilee, protect the state of Israel, and the Jewish nation, and the free world. And this is the entrance of Malkia. And instead of regular parking lot, you get to see this. You guys see it? Doron?
Yes. Are those tanks?
מה קורה? הוא תלוש. בוא תגיד, בוא בחייאת. זהו, זה האחרונה נורתה, מה שנקרא. בוא, זה נורא חשוב, זה ממש חשוב. בבקשה. בסדר, אני פה.
Eitan, are those tanks?
Yeah. So I'm saying this on a regular basis, this is the parking lot of our tractors, of our tracks, of any other vehicles but tanks. But again, this is not a normal time. And I have a friend of mine. Guys, I want you to meet Ortal.
Hi.
Ortal is a platoon commander or tank commander?
Tank
Just
commander.
tank commander. Okay. And they're here, like I said before, to protect Malkia and the Jewish nation. And I thank and I thank him for that. Maybe you guys want to listen a few words by Otal. Okay.
Oh, good. Hi, Otal. Otal, are you a platoon? What platoon do you command?
I'm not commanding on a platoon. I'm commanding on
On the tank. On one
Oh, you're a tank
single
commander.
tank.
Are
Yeah.
you in the reserves?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Hod HaSharon. It's a city near Tel Aviv.
Ah, beautiful. And how long have you been in reserves?
For about 4 months now.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Well, have you been to Gaza?
No, I've been to the settlements near Gaza. On the first week, I've getting out the civilians from the settlements and search for missing people from the Nova part.
Just like my son, maybe I'm pretty sure Kfar Gaza.
I went to Reim and to Miftachim, which is more south than Reim.
You've been there together with my son. Yeah.
So we have a question here that was, what can they send that would help soldiers like Otal? אל תתבייש, תן.
אני צריך עכשיו מה חסר לי.
Schnitzel.
At the beginning,
what do you need? I have an open question here from
Good food is always welcome, but
wait, Doron, just a second, Doron. Just a second.
Good food is always welcome, but to be honest, I think for like equipment wise, we're basically good. Like we have all the equipment that we need.
Tactical.
Well, tactical gear, weapons, we have everything.
So like good food, hot food like shawarma, pizza that I will bring from nearby towns.
Yeah, we have shawarma.
That's a thing that they wish to, not just the regular army food that you get, right?
Actually, no. Maybe the one thing that I can think of that we don't have much of is just maybe videos of people around the world that supporting Israel.
Wow.
We hear all the time like people saying free Gaza and from the sea, but we don't hear anybody like
it's so sweet
supporting us.
It's
so
wow.
It would be nice.
That's
did you hear that, guys?
That is beautiful.
See the beautiful face.
That is beautiful. One more question, and then we're gonna move over to the southern speaker, to Uli. But Eitan, you've already been 109 or maybe 110 days in reserves. Do you want to be released back to your regular life?
Otal, are you going to be released soon?
If I want to, or if I'm going to be.
If you want to.
Like on the one hand, I want to go back to my regular life, but on the other hand, I think we still have a lot of job to do before we can go back to our regular life. Because with the civilians don't feel safe enough to go back to all the kibbutzim here, so we don't feel like we can go back home and just leave the kibbutzim without any protection.
Right.
Right. Well, thank you for all that you do, and we'll make it a thing here in Ayelet Tours as well to collect those videos, and we'll get them to you through Eitan.
Just one what are you doing at home in your civilian life, a student?
I was supposed to start a course about how to be a data analyst. It's like a course that Reichman University do with Google.
High tech.
Like high tech job. High tech position.
High tech nation, of course. Yeah. Beautiful. So
beautiful.
Guys,
thank you very much, Eitan.
Sure. Guys, just again have a look at these machines. And they're not here just, I won't get into details, but they're not here just for decoration. They work. And they work well. They do. Yeah. So wave goodbye to Otal, and I'll continue with my journey. Love you so much, Otal. Thank you so much. See that mud and everything. And I wanna, if you allow me a couple more minutes, please. I'm heading to the gate of Malkia, which on a regular days it will be open for everyone, but now it's under the we have two guards. It's under the control of both the army and the civilian security squad of Kibbutz Malkia. And I would like to have a word with one of them, see who's inside. Shalom, ערב טוב. אהלן, אהלן. מה קורה? אהלן. אתה מכיר אותי, איתן?
כן.
מכיר אותי, יופי, בסדר גמור. אתה מצה"ל, נכון? ואתה משם במלכיה. Okay. Just like I told you, we are on a Zoom with our brothers and sisters from the United States. Okay, on a Zoom. So, what's your name?
Eldad.
Eldad. Okay, Eldad, you're from Malkia, but you are part of the security civilian squad of Malkia, right? And
Eliad.
Eliad. Okay, yeah. Okay, Eliad.
Ta'agad.
Ta'agad. So you're like a doctor.
Medic. Yes.
A medic.
Yes.
Okay.
Military medic.
So you as well, forces, we don't get into details, but we have all kinds of forces in there here, 24/7. Of course, every few hours they're changing the shift, but and that you're from Malkia.
From Malkia.
Okay, right, beautiful. So, like I told you, we're just
So we
doing
have
the shifts
Jerusalem,
together.
we
The
have
IDF
the
together
center,
with
the IDF with the
Um,
locals,
mm,
Jerusalem,
so-
the center, and the north, all in one place. All guarding our border.
and that
And
I wanted to ask you. I want to ask you something. Our brothers and sisters from the United States want to help.
Okay.
Now, I was talking to Hagai, our commander, the head of the civilian security squad of Malkia,
Mhm.
and you guys do need some tactical things, from my understanding, from Hagai.
Yeah, I'm sure everything that we can get will help us.
Okay, we have someone getting into Malkia. We don't just let anyone. We have to. Who wants to come in? It's not. We were in the middle of something tactical, some tactical things like helmets, like
I'm sure
shoes.
that, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that Hagai has some
Yeah.
ideas that
Hagai is the head of
I
the.
have some kind of equipment that can
Uh-huh.
be good for us for good use.
So Hagai is the head, is our commander, right? I would
Yes.
say half civilian, half soldiers. I can call it this way.
Yeah.
Because you're not a completely IDF soldier, you're doing
Yes, it's taking care of security
Right.
of the.
very good. Beautiful. You guys, take care of yourself, okay? Laila tov. Bye bye.
Bye.
so thank you,
That
Eitan.
was a short visit, shortly of how is it to live here these days in Kibbutz Malkia.
Thank you very much. May we hope that very soon that those gates open again for people to
Amen.
come in freely.
Amen.
And now from the top almost on the northern point of Israel, we have
Mhm.
we have a little bit northern, but the northern border of Israel. We're going to the Gaza border with Uri from the Salad Trail.
What we can see here is the plant that died because any treatment they don't get during the last 3 months. All this cherry tomato should be picked by tourists. And you see, here you can see the chili, the hottest chili in the world that just died because any treatment. We are now in cherry tomato greenhouse. A cherry tomato should look like this. You see, it's look perfect, and all this greenhouse is ready for people to come and pick. Unfortunately, according to the situation, nobody come. But Ayelet decided to donate this raw cherry tomato, and we dedicate it to the name, and it helps us to maintain the farm until people come back again and see that the Negev is not broken and burned and also blooming. So wait for you also. Bye. And meanwhile, let me share you with one cherry tomato. So nice flavor, you should come and taste. וואו. שלום לכם, אתם בשביל הסלט. כמו שמגיעות עשרות אלפי משפחות, חיילים, תיירים, מגיעים לפה לנגב, לשביל הסלט, ורואים מה זה תיירות חקלאית, מה זה ציונות חקלאית. נו, ותאכלו מכל היופי הזה. תאבות.
Okay, so hello again. My name is Uri Alon, and I'm agronomist. I'm 63 years old, and for the last 45 years, I'm dealing with agriculture. I learned agriculture in the Hebrew University and became to be professional with plant disease. I served in the Israeli Navy as a captain of a military boat, and after I finished to learn and finished to serve, I came to the south of Israel, to the area that's very close to Gaza. You see before on the map, we located 5 miles from Gaza Strip and 5 miles from Egypt. I arrived here with my family, with my wife and small child. And in the last 35 years, what we have done is to build a farm. We start as a regular farmer and we change it to demonstration farm. It's called the Salad Trail. A lot of group came, most of them from Ayelet and from other offices, come to see one thing. They come here to see how is the Jewish brain. We take the desert and change it to oasis. In the farm, we're growing about 60 different crops. One of them, you see most of them in the movie, the cherry tomato. We have 10 varieties of cherry tomato. We have 4 colors of carrots. Strawberry, the best strawberry you ever eat. And even the last 2 days ago, the first group arrived to visit us, and one of the ladies they came from Yeshiva in Barka Yeshiva in New York. A family that came to Israel as a Solidarity mission, and they say it's the best cherry tomato they ever eat in their life. And I'm not surprised because the variety of the cherry tomato, you can see it behind me, and I show you how I eat it in the greenhouse. It's special variety that we develop, and the taste of it, it's just heaven. So people came here to learn and to see how we can grow, and you need to understand that we are now in desert. And we show them how in a desert condition we can grow such a unique herbs, carrots, oranges, and all the other stuff that we just speak about it. What happened in the 7th of October to me and my family, I want to tell you now, because it starts before 7th of October, it was Sukkot. And in Sukkot, about 2,000 visitors, most of them American, came to visit my farm, and they see that it came and do a tour. And one of my best guiding in all the week, and in Friday I give him one day off. And this guide kidnapped. He's now in the Hamas hand. He go to bring his daughter. He is a granddaughter. When the shooting start, my guide Michel get phone from his daughter that tell him that his granddaughter stay in the army base with her father, and because of the shooting, the alarm and the bomb attack, she want him to take her from the base. So immediately go out from the house, drive to the base, the head command of all the area, and the terrorists catch him on the way and kidnap him. The girl stay safe and her father rescue her, but this guy, me myself, notice it that he is missing through the internet, because I see a terrorist in 10 o'clock in the morning, a terrorist hold in his hands the ID of this guy, and I wonder how it became to be in the hand of the terrorist. And then I understand that he will have been kidnapped to Gaza. From that time, we don't hear from him anything. Me and my family stay in the bomb shelter, but because we have been here with my grandson, and he is only 2.5 years old, so after 1 hour, it was enough for him, and he want to go out to feed the ducks that I have, to go to pick cherry tomato and strawberry. And because the electricity stopped, also the internet stopped, we think, and we hear the alarm and the rockets, but we didn't know what happened around. We just hear noise of shooting, a lot of shooting from the morning. Shooting of guns, not artillery. But because we live very close to Gaza and to Egypt and to army base, noise of shooting is a normal behave here. Nothing special. So we think it's normal day, a little bit noisy, and we were very calm. We didn't go many to the bomb shelter, and we stay around. After 1.5 hours, we hear from the next village that it's only 1 mile from us, that was attack of terrorists. A terrorist reached to the moshav next to us, 1 mile from us, and there was a battle that 4 members of Kitat Konenut killed, and another 4 injured, and the terrorists ran away. Another group of terrorists reached to our moshav, reached to the gate of the moshav, but because they see the civilian protection, we call it in Hebrew Kitat Konenut, they didn't go reach to the moshav and run away to another moshav. It's called Miftachim, and there they killed 6 people that they meet. But to our moshav, they didn't get. So we stay here all the time, hear the noise, feeding the ducks, and think it's normal day. But my son live in Kfar Aza. And Kfar Aza was the center, one of the main area of the attack. But my son is a commander, soldier, retired, yes, in duty, not in duty, in reserve. But he's very tough guy. And usually when something wrong, he never tell his parents, and he wants them to be calm. So my son, we phoned to him and asked him what happened. What happened in your kibbutz? Kibbutz Kfar Aza, it's about 30 minutes from our moshav. And he say, everything okay, we are in the mamad, in the safe room. He didn't tell us what really happened. What really happened there is that in 6:30, the shooting, the alarm and the attack of the rocket start, and they think that it's normal day, because in normal attack, usually my son is packing all his family and run away for 2 weeks or 3 weeks to the north of Israel, or to whatever, it's quiet. But he didn't have any time to do it, because in 7 o'clock, he start, when he go out between the alarm, he go out from a bomb shelter, and he hear noise of Arabs outside his window. And it's not normal way. So immediately he go inside the shelter without water, without food. He, his wife, and 3 kids. One is 7 year, 5 year, and 1.5 year. And they locked in the safe room. And he hear all the time noise. All the wife family, there are 5 families in Kibbutz Kfar Aza, and all the families speak with them through the phone. And in 7 in the morning, one of the sister of the wife stopped to answer. And they start to worry. The time go on, and in 9 o'clock, a terrorist go inside his house, shoot all over, but there was in the safe room, and the terrorist take his watch. He have a Garmin watch, and thief it and take it to Gaza. We later, after the attack, we look through the internet where to locate the watch, and we see it in the time 11 in the morning. It was already in Gaza. But my son in the safe room didn't know anything. He heard noise, but he didn't know that somebody in his house. So the time go on and on. He stayed there with the kids. And because in the safe room, you don't have the door of the safe room built to attack of rocket, not to protect from terrorists. So the door, to lock the door, it's you can lock it from inside, but you can open it from the other side. So it's not, you cannot lock it. So you need to hold it in your hand. And if somebody comes from the other side, you do fight with him who is stronger. And also, the door is not protect from bullets. So a lot of house, the terrorists know that somebody hold the door, so they shoot through the door in the place that people hold, and they kill them. And that the way they can open the door. So my son know this is he's a engineer, so he think everything very precise, and he know that he need to be in the side of the door, and what protect him is if he have a chair, broken chair, that from wood, that usually it's in the kitchen of the house. But because it was broken, he didn't want to leave it outside, that people see that you have broken chair in your house. So we throw it, you put it in the safe room just because it's not nice. So he take this broken chair and stuck it on the door, and this what didn't let anyone to open the door, and you don't need to hold it by hand all the time. So in 4 afternoon, they start see that somebody trying to open the door. The two bigger kids, they put them down the door, down the bed, cover the hand with their head with their hand, and the small kid stay on the ground, on the floor. His mother close his mouth because she didn't want he do any noise. The lucky of them is the neighbor. They are live in a house that in kibbutz. Sometimes it's 2 houses that stuck together. And the house before them, there was 2 adult people that they murdered just on the beginning. So they came to my son's house, and he think that it's empty and no one there. So the terrorist see he cannot open the door and leave. Not shooting, not anything, leave. In 6 afternoon, a soldier arrived, but they didn't believe it's a soldier. They knock on the door, they say we are from Israeli army, but they don't open the door because there was a lot of story that the terrorists take some of the kids from the kibbutz and force him to tell the people in the safe room that it's army. When they open the door to the kid, they shoot him and them. So they know it can be trick, and they don't believe. After a lot of question that only real soldier know the answer, they open the door and they give them another 1 liter of water and a bag of bamba, and they tell them, stay here. In a few minutes, we come to take you. They stay in the safe room and that time, the electricity stopped, the phone stopped, the internet stopped, no any communication at all. The last call, the last message that I have, that in 8 in the evening, that they are safe and they are in the safe room. Maybe you hear a lot of story of parents that go to rescue their sons. I believe that if I know, and I have a gun in my house, and if I know the terrorists come to my son, I will do it myself. But I didn't do it because I don't know what happened there. And I believe that if I try to do it, I've been killed also. There was some success story, but a lot of fail story of people that came, not professional people, and a lot of soldiers killed, trained soldiers killed in the kibbutz. They stay there for another 12 hours. No, more, 18 hours until somebody come, another soldier came and take them out. So they stay in the safe room for 30 hours, only he and his wife and the 3 kids, and they believe that the kibbutz is gone. It's not in Israel's hand anymore. It's occupied by the Hamas, and they are in the Hamas hand because the soldier didn't came to rescue them so long time. But I tell you that they stopped to hear, so the soldier take them out from the kibbutz the Sunday morning. When they go out, they hear that I tell you that the sister of the wife didn't answer from 7 in the morning. So during the evening, they do phone call to the neighbor of the sister, and he say that he hear when he go back home, he see a battery of Kalashnikov on the door, next to the door of the house, and the door is open, and he hear noise of baby crying. But he cannot go there because he afraid of his life. After 12 hours, a very famous soldier arrived. His name is Tomer Greenberg. He is the Magad of
Platoon commander of Golani 13.
yes, and he rescued them. And what we find is the mother with a bullet in her head, the father that was also a soldier in Golani, officer in Golani that retired, killed between the bed of the baby, and the baby crying for 12 hours, no water, no anything, and no parents. So he take them, rescue them, and give them to the family. The other 2 members of the family that was not in the kibbutz in that day. What unique, this baby is now in the hand of the family. All the family give them treatment, and they are in good condition, and they just celebrate 1 year. But what happened in the celebration of 1 year of them, that Tomer Greenberg, that rescued them, killed in this day. So it was a very sad story, a circle story that end very badly. That's the story. So all Kibbutz Kfar Aza go to Herzliya and Shfaim. They are now, and what we are doing here in the Moshav, we know what everything happened just after they rescue. All the time we didn't know anything. Because also in the news, they didn't speak about Kfar Aza, and nothing is known in Israel. It was confusing everything. So after, only the day after, we know what happened, and we stay here in the safe room for another day, and the next day we go out from the Moshav and go to meet my son and to help him with the kids. From that time, what happened in my farm is after 2 weeks that we leave the farm and go to the center of Israel, we are farmers, and farmers are very optimistic. And I cannot leave here my animals and the dog that I have, unique dog, border collie, if somebody know what is it, and the ducks and chicken and birds and everything, and the tomato didn't get treatment, and the carrot and everything. So after 2 weeks, I decide to come back here. I go back with a lot of noise of shooting all around, but the army give permission to go. They came to check my house to see there's nothing, no any tourist, no nothing is and everything's safe. They check the field, see no any bomb, anything around, and they let me come back here, me and my wife, and from that time we are here in the farm. What we are doing now is what I believe that we need to stay and grow all these crops that I show you. And the greenhouse you just see that in the movie before, it's planted in the same day of a few days before the attack happened. But when I come back, I treat the plant and give them treatment and save them. A lot of the field, like you see in the movie, died without any treatment. Half of the week we stay here, and the rest of the week we go to the center of Israel, to Herzliya and Shpaim, and help my son with his kids, and to help him to everything. We go to Kfar Aza a few times to load all his stuff that stay there, and to rescue his clothes and everything, and bring them here to my house and take care of everything of his stuff until he have house, because now he is a refugee. So we take care of half the week to him and the other week to the farm. What will go on here? So what I believe that few people will not come back to the region. The broken is too hard and too much, and they suffer too much. But me and my wife decide to come back and to maintain the farm, because we believe that not everything is broken and burned, and we want to show the prosperity, how the area should be looked after and how we looked before. And that's the reason I want you to come here to see by yourself, and to see that the Zionistic dream is still alive. It was hard. It's still hard. We see it every day through the eyes of the grandson. But we believe that we stay here and hold the land. And I ask you to come to visit here. And if you like, we have a project that, like Ayelet was done, to donate a line of cherry tomato that dedicate to your name. And the fruit, we pick it and give it to the soldiers around. This is my story. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you. It's Am Yisrael Chai. Nothing more than that. Eitan, I know you want to say two more words. Then I will give a little summary and give time for people for questions.
Thank you.
So Eitan.
So yeah, you guys, I was just focusing on the army and on Malkia Security Civilian Squad. I would like to focus now a little bit of where I am now at the kibbutz itself. Now, so many things, I find it so almost identical of what my friend here was saying. Now, at the moment I'm talking to you now, my son, he's 24 years old, a young reservist in the paratroopers. He's down there in Kisufim, Khan Yunis, Kisufim, and all that area in Gaza. And when it started, he was in Kfar Aza. He was looking for the rest of the terrorists from Hamas to clear them away, but also looking for babies inside open ovens, and look for babies inside, and horrifying things like that. So we share common stories here. I'm a farmer myself, and we have just behind those buildings endless kiwis and apples, overripe, and there's no way we can harvest them. So we share really a similar story, and I'm just walking around in this quiet. It's so quiet. It's so dark. It shouldn't be like that. It should be with voices and sounds of kids. However, my friend was just mentioning a bomb shelter, and I just want you to see that. I'm getting closer. Well, I live over there. That's my home, and right outside there's a bomb shelter with about 30 of those, and this is a gunfight shooting with sandbags, and the bomb shelter is open wide, right? Just for any case of alert. And usually when I'm talking to you, you probably could hear blast. Mostly we shooting on Hezbollah, but it goes the other side as well. So I just wanted to say, enjoying the things that my friend he was mentioning, you're more than welcome alive, and we wish that you guys will visit us here and see the Zionist dream. Okay, so Am Yisrael Chai, and I want to thank you for listening to our stories. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you both for telling your story. I think it's quite a good parallel. You can see where, if you look just at the map, you see how close Malkia is to the border, and how close, of course, the Gaza envelope. We all know what happened there, and the story of Uli and Uli's family is one of many, and it's sad to hear so many. We truly hope that your colleague guide from the Salad Trail comes back soon. He's already been there for 110 days now, and may we hope that he comes back. Before we go to questions, I'm just going to update you that after this Zoom, I will be sending everyone 2 links. One will be, I will be sending everyone an email. In that email, there is the link to Uli from the Salad Trail's effort to rebuild, so you can donate to there. And there's another link to Eitan's wish, which was to donate hot meals to soldiers. We will be collecting the money. It will be as a gift, not as a donation, and we will be sending it directly to a northern restaurant, and it will be given to soldiers. So those links will be there. There will also be a link to next week's Zoom, which will be a first-hand account of Kibbutz Malkia. Kibbutz Malkia is a very sad story as well. It was attacked. It was conquered for at least 24 hours. And the night before was a Chag Kibbutz, which means everyone was in the kibbutz. And we will hear from my counselor from my pre-army days that was in the safe room with his 2 children and his wife, and how he went through that. So that will be there as well, and linked to Solidarity Mission. So you actually can come to Israel, meet Eitan, meet Uli, and meet so many others. Part of what's helpful right now is to listen to the stories and to bear witness. I think that is my full list. I'm a little distraught, so let's go with that. If anyone has a questions, you're welcome to send it to me in the chat or unmute yourself and ask them. And a recording can be received. All you need to do is send me an email and I will send you a recording, and you can feel free to share this to everyone. The more people hear the stories, the more people know what's going on. Additionally, we will find a way to collect videos of people in the States saying that they do support Israel, and we will send them over to Eitan so he can give it to our lovely friend guarding the tanks in the north. So yes, any questions? And if not, I will close the Zoom and hope for much better days.
I wanted to say this is all very sobering, and thank you so much for sharing your lives and sharing this moment with us. I think we're all very moved and hopefully moved to action.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. So on a brighter note, tonight is the eve of Tu B'Shvat, and we're here with 2 Israeli farmers. So let's work to continue planting in Israel and everywhere, and let's continue to fight for Israel. Am Yisrael Chai, and
Amen.
see you next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.